I started my achievement hunting journey back in 2013 with the Xbox 360 arcade game Cloning Clyde. I don't know exactly why, but I think I took a look at the achievements in the game and I thought to myself, wow, I have like 8 out of 12 achievements unlocked. I should try and get the remaining 4. And so I sat myself down and completed all of the challenge levels and collected all of the Killer Can action figures, popping the final achievements required to get all 200 gamerscore in the game. And because of that moment, a compulsion had been born. When I would play a game, I would look to get as many achievements as possible. It took me a while to become a true completionist who aims for 100%, but once I started, I can proudly say I have not stopped. There are a few exceptions of games that I don't have the patience or time to complete, either because of the time investment the game requires or the amount of preparation required to attempt an achievement, but overall, I have managed to maintain a high completion percentage ever since I started achievement hunting in 2013. You better believe that if I start to play a game on my profile, I intend to unlock all of the achievements. But let's talk about the main reason I made this video, why I started achievement hunting, why I continue to 100% games, and why I would suggest that you try it as well. First off, achievement hunting makes you play games differently than you normally would, and I don't mean they make you seek out collectibles or have a collectible guide on a separate screen so you don't miss any, which it 100% does, don't get me wrong. What I mean by this is that achievement hunting forces you to complete tasks and challenges which you would not have done otherwise. A perfect example that comes to mind is Borderlands 2. In that game, I personally played as the Siren, Maya. I enjoyed the playstyle over the Commando, Assassin, or Gunzerker when the game launched, but there were achievements specific to each character that you needed to unlock for 100%. And these achievements weren't always as simple as starting a new game with each character. For Axton, I needed to get 100 kills with his skill, easy enough to be honest, you can complete that in 10 minutes. But when it comes to Zero and Salvador, you need to grind their level up to earn enough skill points, which means you need to play for an extended period of time with these characters, getting yourself familiarized with their individual playstyles and their quirks. If these achievements were not in the game, I personally would have never touched the characters. I'm the type of player to have my main choice of character or class and stick with it, rarely if ever deviating from the path that I have chosen. So these types of achievements allowed me to experience characters that I honestly ended up enjoying and wishing I had chose them to start off with. Axton being a character I wasn't expecting to enjoy so much and wishing I had played him more than I actually did. Another example of playing differently than normal is an achievement that tests your perseverance. This could be a speedrun achievement, extreme difficulty achievement, or even a perfect run achievement. These achievements put your skills to the test and make you sit and commit to your goal. And that final perfect run to get that achievement pop is just a beautiful moment every time. My first experience with this kind of achievement was the Bidmaster Challenge in Halo 3. I wasn't even playing on my own profile, but my brother asked me to help, and being the young kid I was, I would jump at any chance to play with my older brother. For this achievement, you need 4 total players on legendary difficulty, and you need to complete the level Coastal Highway with the Iron Skull turned on, meaning a single death on the team will reset a checkpoint. Fun, right? And on top of that, you need to make sure you do not drive a single warthog or scorpion, so I guess you better hike it on foot or find a dinky little mongoose. While yes, this achievement honestly sounds and feels like torture, the moment we completed it, making it to the end as a team and popping that achievement marking our accomplishment, it all felt worth it. All of our efforts built up into the final moment where we accomplished our goal. And that is a memory I will hold on to for years to come. Hell, that was over a decade ago and I still remember it. Those gaming accomplishments that you earn across your gaming career are something special, especially when it is a task that few have aimed for. And that is what I mean by achievements making you play games differently than you normally would. They force you to aim for a goal that isn't always related to the game's main objective. They make you branch out and experience the game in ways you wouldn't first think to, or they can even make you complete a game in its entirety. Which leads me into my next point, the developer's goal with their game's achievements. The developers, if they cared about the game's achievement list, have added achievements that add to the experience of the game and enrich the player's journey. We all know the checklist games out there. Plenty of open world games fall into that category, many of those being Ubisoft games, might I add. These are examples of achievement lists that do not necessarily take away from your experience of the game, but they more accurately pad your time with the game. Don't get me wrong, I love myself an Assassin's Creed collectathon, but when I say developers care about their achievement list, I'm talking about when an Easter egg is tied to an achievement. The achievements cause you to explore the game as the developer intended, and additionally, the achievement gives you a deeper appreciation of the game's world, mechanics, and gameplay loop. One game's achievement list I would like to highlight in particular is the list available in Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. This game's achievement list will only enhance the experience you will have with the game. We'll be quick with this list and categorize them into miscellaneous, score-related, exploration-related, collectible-related, and story-related. And now let's take a look at an achievement from the first 3 categories. The remaining 2 are quite self-explanatory. First off, the miscellaneous achievements consist of actions you can take, one of these actions being to perform a 69-second manual, which is obviously just a clear sex number joke, but it also gets the player thinking. What area in the game can I perform a manual that long? I'll of course need an incline, and it'll need to be an incline that lets me go downhill for over a minute, but where could this be? Guess I better keep an eye out. And that changes the player's experiences and opens them up to the idea of being able to extend a manual, which is otherwise limited to a set distance if you're on a flat surface. And to me, this is one of the major enjoyments I get from achievements, figuring out exactly how I will unlock one that I'm confused about. Now, this achievement is much simpler than you might expect. All you need is an incline like the one in Versum Hill, and you simply need to manual in a circle, continuously going up and down the incline, which will therefore continuously refill your manual's meter, meaning you can manual infinitely in this circle. A very silly way to approach this achievement, but it is by far the most effective and practical, because after I completed the game, I can now recall a single incline that might allow a 69-second manual. So this is truly the best way to go about it, and potentially the only way. Now let's go ahead and talk about a score-related achievement up next. Simple enough, right? You just gotta get some score. Get a set amount of points in a single combo in a set area. But really think about it. In this game, a core mechanic is you performing tricks and traversing areas in the coolest way possible. Maintaining your combo between grinds, wall rides, and tricks is an art form in this game, and making it a goal to get a high score for an achievement helps teach the player exactly how to maneuver through an area, what the most effective way to maintain your combo will be, and what obstacles or tricks will net the most points for your combo. This achievement type reinforces the main gameplay loop in Bomb Rush Cyberpunk and sets a target score for the player to hit in each area, making them explore each area and consider how to best reach the high score for this zone. And while we discuss exploration, let's move on to an exploration achievement. Just like the score achievements, this game has achievements that require you to tag every graffiti spot within an area. What this does for the user is better familiarize themselves with an area and helps them find hidden and unique spots which you need to learn how to traverse to. Sometimes it is not as simple as walking up to a graffiti spot. You often need to reach it through a chain of tricks and skills you have learned as you play the game. Both of these score-related achievements and exploration-related achievements only enhance the player's experience with the game and causes them to become more immersed with the gameplay mechanics and makes them into a better player. These achievements in my eyes are a perfect set of achievements tailored to the gameplay loop that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk has established. So in essence, completing every achievement isn't just about ticking off boxes. It's about uncovering every secret, mastering every challenge and gameplay mechanic, and ultimately feeling a sense of accomplishment once you pop that final achievement. For those developers who care about their achievement lists, it's not just about padding playtime. It's about crafting a truly memorable experience for the players that are willing to aim for those achievements and really challenge themselves to experience the game in a unique way. And finally, for me, there is no better feeling in gaming than popping that final achievement. All the efforts you made throughout the game culminate into one final pop, and you are awarded with the last achievement needed to officially say you have acquired 100% in the game. That moment is always something to cherish when it comes to gaming memories and experiences. Recently, I completed The Witcher 3. This game has 78 achievements and 2,000 gamerscore. It took me 121 hours to unlock all of them. That is just over 5 days of playtime, which took place over 14 months due to my schedule. That is 14 months of build-up and 121 hours of effort and commitment that all contributed towards that final moment. The moment where I was able to say I had completed the game and earned 100% of the achievements. Legitimately and in all seriousness, this is the high I am always chasing with achievement hunting. All of my efforts culminate into one final pop, and I get to feel this sense of accomplishment that I don't feel from any other form of gameplay. I just love it. I always think back to the games I enjoyed and think about just how much time I put into them and how rewarding the achievement list was. Another rewarding list for me was the Dead Space remake, which was absolutely fantastic, by the way. In this game, you need to complete 3 separate playthroughs, one regular, one in New Game Plus, and one in Impossible mode, which is mode where you are not allowed to die or else your game restarts. The stress I felt during my final playthrough was exhilarating. I had completed the game twice before, so I felt like I was a pro, but losing my safety net and not being allowed to die made me play the game in a completely different way. And the relief I felt when I made it to the end of the game and popped my final achievement was amazing. It was such an earned moment for me. I worked so hard and completed the game for the 3rd time to unlock my final achievement, and I absolutely loved it. Don't get me wrong, this is a lot of work and commitment for video games, which are intended to be fun, but let me tell you, I've had so much fun over the past 11 years of being a completionist. It just works for me and my personality, and I would suggest you do the same. Give achievement hunting a shot. You never know, unlocking that final achievement may be something you find incredibly rewarding and you do for the games you love. But for some, I recognize that it just may not work. Which brings me into my final point I have for this video, the downsides to achievement hunting. Yes, achievement hunting is rewarding, but it can also be restricting and it can even be monotonous or just straight up stupid. I can 100% agree with all of those statements. Sometimes achievement hunting can feel like it just sucks. Let me share an example of an achievement being something stupid to go for. In Star Wars The Force Unleashed, there's a boss in the game which is fairly simple on normal mode, but on Sith Master difficulty, the hardest difficulty in the game, this Rancor battle is incredibly difficult. It is a ridiculous boss fight due to the Rancor's hitbox, the amount of health it has, and the damage it can do to you. Not to mention clunky mechanics and scenarios which leave you unable to avoid damage, so you just have to tank it. During this boss battle, I got stuck fighting a single phase for around 2 hours. 2 hours of absolute misery. Absolute bullshit, if you don't mind me saying, and I was just not having fun at all. By the 1 hour mark, I was legitimately angry at this boss battle, and that's not what we play games for, right? We don't want to get angry, but sometimes we just get frustrated due to our own lack of skill or because the game is just being completely unfair to us with its mechanics. And so I was stuck fighting this ridiculous Rancor for 2 hours, getting frustrated and not having fun for a single achievement worth 100 gamerscore. And looking back, that is silly, is it not? And that's just one example of many from that game specifically that I could discuss. Achievement hunting is not all fun in games at points. It is hard work and can sometimes be incredibly difficult, but those moments do not represent the whole experience you will have. Those moments act as an obstacle or challenge you overcome on your journey to 100%, and in my opinion, they lead you to a more memorable feeling once you have that final achievement unlocked and 100% completion. I know I remember some of my most difficult completions fondly, that is for sure. At least, that is what my experience has been. I have found achievement hunting to be difficult and sometimes idiotic, but I've also found it to be incredibly rewarding, and it has opened my eyes to so many different ways to appreciate a game. I have made gaming memories that I know I will continue to hold on to and cherish, and that is all thanks to achievement hunting. Alright, here we are. We are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a question for you though. Why did you start achievement hunting, or alternatively, why do you refuse to start achievement hunting? I'm genuinely interested here, no wrong answers, and if you've never achievement hunted before, go ahead and give achievement hunting a try. Start up a game, see how you feel, and come back to this video and let me know what you think and what your experience was like. I'm genuinely interested here, like for real, I want to hear what you guys think. I have my own perspective and I'd just love to start a conversation with all of you. So yeah, that is about it. Thank you so much for watching.